as Ben has said, I've been on most of the national demonstrations. I've been on vigils in my constituency and around London as well. And I was here, obviously, for the debate last week and went down to meet constituents who came to lobby me and others at the time itself. I just want to get across to people why people came along to lobby us on that day and why they've been on the demonstrations. All of us have had constituents approach us by emails by the thousand, but also coming to constituency surgeries, coming to meet us, coming to the vigils, coming to the demonstrations. And they're all ages, all denominations. In fact, most of the vigils I've been on in my area, we've had each of the denominations represented, religious denominations and non-believers of anything as well, and they're motivated by what they've seen largely on television or through the media, but in some instances also first-hand experiences of the suffering that's going on in Gaza. I just give one example. We've had a weekly meeting here in the Commons with MPs, and we've had doctors come back from Gaza. Last night we had a doctor, and she took us through the horrific nature of what she was experiencing out there. I don't think there's ever been one of those meetings where MPs haven't been in tears listening to what they can. And that's reflected in our constituents' feelings as well. And it's something that if we feel that people have been motivated in that way to express a view to their elected representatives, I actually think it's something we should really welcome. And on all the demonstrations I've been on all the vigils, on the lobbies and lobby last week, they've all been peaceful. And I just think we should be proud that this is the operation of our democracy and the exercise of the right of expression and freedom. And it's not something people should condemn. They should welcome and be proud of it. And again, the sole purpose of every representation I've received, constituents, is the same across the piece, is a ceasefire. That's all people want. They want an end to the killing and the suffering and a ceasefire. And I think, again, that's welcomed, and we should be proud of the way people are responding to this with their emotions, with their depth of feeling, and also the hope that they place in us as elected politicians in being able to do something to end that suffering. So I think that's the feeling of most MPs. All the issues around demonstrating outside people's homes, that's not what any of the organisations have called for. They've asked for respect and peace at the demonstrations that have taken place, and to a vast extent, that's exactly what's happened. So again, I think this is the function of our democracy that we should welcome, really. Anything that is done now to undermine that does start chipping away at some of those basic rights, and that's the sort of thing that pushes people to the extremes rather than to maintain their confidence in our democratic system working.
Thank you, John.